You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours. You are mine.
Hi, my name is Michael Edwards. I first experienced the song Oceans a few years ago during worship service in our local church. This song is especially meaningful to me because at that time God was publicly confirming His call on my life to serve Him for His kingdom purposes. I associate this song with my response to God, stepping out in faith into the unknown to answer His call and to enter into deeper relationship with Him. In terms of theology, this song is really pretty general, but it's still very profound. Oceans was released in 2013 by Hillsong United and was written by Joel Houston and a couple of other guys in the group. There are a couple of videos on the Hillsong website that are pretty neat in showing the story behind the song. According to the songwriters, the whole idea of the song is about stepping out in faith and trusting and depending on God more than ever. It's based on Matthew 14 in the account where Peter steps out of the boat and walks on the water. And because the song is so general, it appeals to just about anyone at any stage of their walk with God who wants to respond to God, calling them into deeper relationship and stepping out and trusting Him like never before. The song highlights God's power and transcendence over the created world. Everybody knows that you can't walk on water, and yet there was Jesus walking on the water, and then Jesus called Peter to do something that was impossible. God calls us to do things that are impossible. We can't possibly do them ourselves. The only way we can do them is to believe God and trust in His supernatural power. And even believing in Jesus is something that I don't feel I can do on my own. I relate this idea to the point when the disciples first saw Jesus walking toward them on the water. They didn't know who or what they were seeing, and they thought they were seeing a spirit. And that's the part that's challenging for me too, because as a human being, I'm totally immersed in the physical realm. God is spirit. He's invisible. And when He calls me into relationship with Him, He's calling me out upon the waters to the great unknown, to a place that is beyond myself. The song also speaks about God's faithfulness and His imminence. Peter calls out, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." We can only step out in faith when that faith is based in relationship with God, because God is calling us to Himself. And it's a safe place to step out when God calls us, because He is there. He is present and He is trustworthy. He will never fail us. My faith doesn't come from myself, and my faith doesn't grow in isolation because of my own personal strength and resolve. My faith comes from God's presence as I enter into relationship with Him. The song lyric affirms that it is the Spirit who leads me into a relationship of trust without borders. My faith grows because of God's faithfulness when I respond to Him in relationship in the presence of my Savior.
Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior.